Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another weekly reading. I am Rachel with Guilty Crow Tarot, and I'm still getting over this damn cough. It's driving me nuts. And now my son is sick, and we're supposed to be going away this weekend. And oh, what a pain in the butt. So, anyway, I hope last week's reading went well for you, and I hope it helped you out. And this week, I am going to be using my Llewellyn Tarot, right? So pretty. And we're going to use the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn. So we'll see what they have to say. So this week, I know I keep switching everything up, different readings. And in my head this morning, I thought, oh my God, let's look at different scenarios, like relationships, where that might give us a little bit of anxiety, work wise, if you work, different things like that. So we're just going to play it by ear. So keep watching to see what the heck comes up. Anyway, I thought because every single person that comes in for a reading is always asking about relationships, I am going to do what do we need to watch out for with relationships this week that could be giving us a little bit of anxiety. So let's just ask what is coming in that could be giving us a little anxiety in our relationships. Now, this could be relationships with anybody, right? Family, friends, husbands, wives, lovers, children. We will see what comes up. So the first card that we get is Two of Swords in reverse. I'm going to start taking pictures of these as well and popping them in the video. I'm getting so sassy so that you guys can see them better as well. So Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're finally going to be to the point where you need to make a decision about somebody that you care about or have a relationship with, right? In this card too, I see that she is by the light of the moon. So I feel like you're going to be kind of making this decision blindly, not knowing all the information that you need to know, not knowing all the facts. Okay. Just know that if you trust your intuition and you trust the way you feel yes or no. Does yes feel right? Does no feel right? Where does it feel in your body? Make your decisions from there, and that will never lead you down the wrong path. Let me tell you. So look out for that this week with your relationships. That's going to bring you some anxiety having to make those decisions, right? We never like to hurt anybody's feelings, or sometimes we don't like to put ourselves out there. Like maybe this decision is telling somebody that you want something more with this person, which is a really happy, positive thing, but you're terrified. So let's see what else we get. And we get the Fool. This is great. So take chances, step into that uncomfortable unknown zone. I love the Fool card for people who have anxiety because it's literally our card of being, feel the fear and do it anyway, right? So you're going to be able to jump through hurdles this week in relationships, and I think that really just feel the fear and do it anyway. I think that's a good message for you this week. And I'm trying to think like, geez, who in my relationships am I going to be dealing with that with as well? And we'll pull one more. Oh, we get the Knight of Cups. So this is definitely about changes in relationships, right? The Knight of Cups is sometimes I think of that person too as like the summer fling, the person that comes in and maybe doesn't always stick around, but you have a really good time with them and you learn a lot of lessons and you have a lot of fun. So I think that not going into making this decision about your relationship, being so worried that maybe this person won't stick around forever. I think that we need to realize with people that we meet or that we have really sometimes intense relationships with, it's not supposed to last forever. So that worry is going to bring you, a little bit of anxiety this week, but I say go for it anyway. I feel like most of you will be having more of This is more of like a heartfelt relationship with somebody. So it could be somebody that you're dating or married to or want to be dating. So that's, you know, feel the fear and do it anyway. Keep moving. I love that there's two horses in this on these cards, right? And I am going to take a picture of these so I can show you. But keep riding, keep going. You fall off the horse, get back on it. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to do work. What is maybe going to bring us some anxiety with work this week? Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is the people that are getting a little bit too much attention. So if you're more of a person who likes to stay under the radar, what could be bringing you a little bit of anxiety is that people are looking at you and seeing how good you're doing. This is not a card of being bad. This is like a happy card, right? So you might have this huge win and you're like, oh my God, people, please stop staring at me. Leave me alone. But take it. Just, say thank you when people are like looking at you and saying what a good job you're doing, right? Being in the spotlight, being in the limelight. I know that brings, some people anxiety. Personally, I love it. I don't mind it at all, but I've had to train myself to do it over the years. And the next card that we get is the horned one. And I believe that this is the devil card in the, the actual tarot. Like if you're looking at the Rider-Waite deck. So this is talking all about which side are you going to listen to? You're going to listen to the angel on your shoulder, you're going to listen to the devil on your shoulder. Sometimes when we feel uncomfortable, those thoughts start rolling in. And I know, remember, Rachel always says, don't believe every thought that you think. Choose the angel on your shoulder. You're actually doing a good job. And so that Six of Wands is showing me that you're actually doing a good job in your job. So remember that. And even though it's anxiety producing, that's okay. Just, I hate to say this because it sounds mean, but get over yourself and just enjoy the applause, right? And sometimes clapping yourself on the back, like, you know what, I'm doing a pretty good job. That's all right too. And I know that that can feel uncomfortable, but that's all right. And so we also get the Ten of Swords in reverse. That means that I think so. I'm getting two things with this card. I'm hearing two things. Something that you feared in your job was coming to an end is actually not necessarily coming to an end. Okay. So if you're worried that you were going to get fired or reprimanded or something like that, I think that you might fly under the fence a little bit with that one. I think that you shouldn't fear that. And also, whatever you might have done really well with the Six of Wands might have saved your ass. So, that's a good thing. I'm also hearing with the Ten of Swords that there's going to be an end to some of the melodrama that might be going on at work. And I think that's great, right? Who the heck needs melodrama at work? So let me just pull one because I'm kind of ignoring my gateway cards here. Let's just see if we can tie this up with work. Let's see what this says. Oh, and we get soaring into joy. That's great. Work is going to be good this week. It's going to be happy this week. You're going to have a lot of wins. I love it. Take it. You deserve it. You've worked really hard for it. And, soak up all the good energy that everybody's sending you. And again, I'm hearing you might have saved your ass at work. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay. All right. So we are going to take a look at your finances this week because that is super important, especially nowadays where everything is so expensive. It's ridiculous. I just had to raise my prices here too. And at the massage, my massage business, which it's all in one. I feel bad doing it, but I got, what the heck are you going to do? Okay. So the first thing we get here is temperance. And temperance is all about balance and healing. And I feel like this card is telling me that, you might have a little bit of anxiety keeping the finances balanced, right? Keeping that flow of money still coming in. Emotional spending, right? Going out on a Sunday like I do to TJ Maxx. It is Halloween time coming up. And so we buy out the store. And it's an emotional spending. Like we're just in the moment. So some emotional spending might get to you this week. Try to maybe temper that down a little bit. And we also get the Five of Wands in reverse. So that's actually, I don't mind that. Um, the Five of Wands in reverse, you know, Five of Wands is all about inner fighting, competition. I think that this week, with this card being in reverse, you're going to realize, like, okay, this is the bill that I need to pay down. This is where my money really needs to go this week. And you're going to kind of have that, um, in the right area. You're going to know where to put your money this week. And we also get the Two of Wands in reverse. So this could be bringing us a little bit of anxiety because you feel stuck where you are and you don't know that you can get out of this mess. But just remember that everything always changes, right? And what card would that be? I didn't pull it, but it would be the Wheel of Fortune, right? Everything's always changing. We're never stagnant. The only constant thing that we have in our lives is change. So don't worry, you're not stuck, even though you feel that way. Now that you know that you might emotionally spend a little bit this week, you can kind of um, head that off at the start. And we get renewing your life, right? From the Gateway Oracle cards, renewing your life. And I love that because she's this person here is throwing out the clutter. So instead of maybe buying some new stuff this week financially, let's see what you can actually get rid of, right? Like, what do I have too much of? And what can I get rid of? Um, you know, like I said, I'm definitely an over shopper and I'm an emotional shopper. So I always have a ton of things. And I always find that the more I move out and I give to other people, the more good stuff comes to me, right? So um, it's funny though, I'm hearing that getting rid of your stuff might give you a little bit of anxiety this week. Um, I don't know if you guys remember Marie Kondo, but I still remember that show that she had on Netflix, and holding the item and saying, "Does it bring you joy?" And if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Sometimes we have anxiety because we're like, "Oh my god, am I going to need that thing again?" And, you know, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. And I hate to say it, but I also meet Marie Kondo the people in my life. Not that people are responsible for bringing me joy, but let's just say if they're never bringing me joy, they're out the door. Look at a general, like how can we keep ourselves together this week? How can we keep it together? And we get the Magician in reverse. So that's telling me don't try so hard. Just let things kind of flow. The Magician is all about having the alchemy to make things work out. Maybe just take a step back this week and don't try to make things work so hard, right? Let's try not to force anything. We're going to just allow and surrender and see what comes in. Knowing that, like, you're not the only one working, right? So we have our higher self, and if you believe in like the universal energy, flowing through you and kind of showing you the way to go, um, angels, spirit guides, the whole nine. Just allow those to work through you. Just ask, show me the right direction. And this is great. We pull expecting miracles out, and I think that kind of goes right along with it. Expect the miracles. Expecting something is not really taking any action. It's just expecting things to work out this week. Not necessarily, you don't force anything to happen. You just put out those good vibes, and you can just kind of wait for all the good stuff to come back. Now, I know that makes me sound like I don't think you have to work towards things. I absolutely do. I know that everybody loves the book The Secret, but I don't think sitting in your house and just wishing that man to knock on the door is going to actually happen. I think that you actually have to leave the house to maybe find that man. But this week we're just going to take a step back and We are going to just expect the good stuff to come in. I think that things are going to just fall into your lap this week. And, it's okay. Like you deserve that. That's a good thing. So that sounds really good. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty good week. And we know what's coming up with our relationships. I think that with the relationships next time, I'm going to split it up with like your major relationship and maybe like friends and family. So we're going to separate those next week. But, you know, every week's a new lesson for me doing these readings as well. So thank you so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching my video. I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. And I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.